see from each other, but really, it's utilitarian may say, okay, we can, let's see. Let's say you're running a government, and some guy's speaking out, and he's gonna, lead a rebellion or something, right? Let's assume even that it's an evil rebellion of some sort. And you say, okay, I'm gonna violate his right to free speech. I'm gonna throw him in jail for speaking out, because I believe it would be the greatest good for the greatest number, to stop a bloody rebellion, and there'd be all sorts of war and bad stuff would happen. Whereas the rights-based guy would say, no, he has a right to free speech. You have to do that even if it screws over the people and crap happens. But when the rights-based guy is saying that, what he's really saying is, well, in the long term, in the big picture, the utilitarian thing to do is to ensure people's rights, right? What the rights-based guy is saying is, look, I can't prove this mathematically or whatever, but I'm still pretty sure that if you protect the people's rights, that's overall good. I mean, just in the, you're giving an example. You're setting an example, I should say. And so other people will say, well, even that one government, when it was on the brink of being destroyed, they protected rights, and therefore we should protect the rights, and therefore, and then some other circumstance down the line, people are thinking, yeah, a little more than they would have otherwise, yeah, rights must be very important, Yeah, and furthermore, it may stop the rebellion thing. The guy says, the government's censoring me! The government is censoring me! The government is... It just keeps saying that. You might wither itself. But even if it doesn't, the rights-based guy thing in the long term, or the virtue-based person may say, well, I feel like it would be wrong of me to do this, and this would make me worse as a person. Well, yes, you believe, that standard of being worse as a person is that in the long run, if people hold themselves up to high standards, then everything will get better for everyone, somehow, right? So, and care-based, again, you care for people because you believe you're setting, an example, for instance. Even if, it doesn't necessarily need to be, a particular witness you're setting an example for. Even if you're on a desert island, there's no one there, you may still feel that, it means something. Because, if you think about it, you're part of the universe, aren't you? So there's always a chance of someone finding out someday with some alien technology, I don't know, looks back in time, who knows? At some point someone's saying, wow, that person on that desert island, they did a lot of caring when the utilitarian thing would have been, something else. Like the old one where there's a bunch of people, there's 20 people in a lifeboat that can only hold 15 people before sinking. What do? The utilitarian might say, throw 5 people out. The care-based says, no, I refuse to harm anyone. But when the care-based says that, they're saying that overall, big picture, it's best for people to care. Overall, I believe this will cause the greatest good for the greatest number. Just the introducing this act of caring into the universe, that's somehow beneficial for the greatest good, the greatest number. So that's a form of utilitarian, you see. And the utilitarian, when he throws off the 5, if he does that, is, trying to care for the 15. So they're aspects of each other. And then furthermore, we get into questions of, wait, it's certified 15 people, maybe we could hold 16 people, maybe we could hold, maybe we could hold the whole 20, I don't know, that's fine. But if someone could swim, outside the lifeboat, we could take turns. Could you do that? I don't know. Depending how long you need to swim for, or how rough the seas are. Which is people do, and to an extent should do, in these situations, well, what if it got really tricky? And what if we could ride to bend rules a little bit, which you always can in real life. There's always another option. And maybe some of the rights-based, virtue-based things in the lifeboat example are sort of reaching for this other option they themselves don't know much about. while utilitarian means a little more in the sense of, look, the obvious options are either we sit here and drown, or we throw off 5 people, they drown, and save the other 15. And there's all sorts of little messinesses in that. But overall, it's ethics. We're all coming to the same sort of deal, doing good. They're all aspects of each other, right? Thanks for watching. See you later.